very much for that intro, and yeah, it was a very nice lunch. I appreciate having you meet me there. So yeah, that was a decorative fabric store that he was referring to, and that I ran, and we did upholstery and drapery and custom work for the Caribbean and for people that all around the South Florida area. So anyways, today I'm going to talk to you about life cycle of commercial real estate. The life cycle of commercial real estate is very much like the life cycle of residential real estate. It actually follows residential real estate in timing. We, commercial people, follow what we call rooftops, which is homes. New homes means new opportunities for commercial development. First comes retail, then they start building offices nearby, and then after that they build storage facilities, warehousing, what we commonly know as warehousing. So it very much follows where the new rooftops are. So the areas that are being built up, like Cumming, that is a lot of construction going on. Forsyth County, a lot of construction going on. Gwinnett is still building. Those are new opportunity developments for the commercial real estate world. Now, as of right now, there is not a whole lot of construction in the commercial world unless it is what we call pre-sold or pre-leased, or what we call build-to-suits. Build-to-suit is when some company decides they want to build their own home, like State Farm is building, like Mercedes-Benz is about to build, like Porsche just built down by the airport. Those are commonly build-to-suits. A lot of build-to-suits are also doctors' buildings. A couple of doctors will get together and build their own building. Those are build-to-suits. Those don't really fall into the life cycle of real estate because those are specific instances that don't change the marketplace. The life cycle of real estate is really important to understand where we are at this time and at any time in the cycle. Because if you're going to sign a lease, your lease is not going to be dependent upon what the landlord thinks it's worth. It's going to be dependent upon what the market thinks it's worth. The market determines the value, not the landlord, not the owner of the building, not anybody but the market. Just like homes go up in price, they go down in price, so does commercial real estate. A while back I talked about my best case scenario where I was able to save a restaurant owner $31,000 a year on a 3-year lease. At that time I told him, this is the time to lock in that lease for as long as you can. If you think you're going to be here for 10 years, do yourself a big favor, lock in a 10-year lease right now. And this is the time. That was when we had high vacancy. And on the chart you'll see in the bottom left-hand corner, high vacancy. There was an oversupply, there was way too much space available, and there was a lot of vacancy. As a matter of fact, there were 73 vacancies within a 5-mile radius that I could have put them into. That was my negotiating strength to the landlord. In fact, I sent them a report, which they eventually ran themselves through CoStar, which is the data source that we commonly use, that showed them that their competition was 73 other landlords who would take this tenant and move them into their shopping center and build out a new kitchen and build it and do it on the market rate, not what the tenant was paying. The tenant was paying $20.50 a square foot. I got them down to $13 a square foot. My tenant did not listen to me. He decided he wanted to do a 3-year lease. He says, no, I only signed 3-year leases. I said, you're making a big mistake. Well, what happened 3 years later? The market changed. It didn't go up a little bit, it went up a lot. Guess what he's paying right now? 18. Why? And I negotiated it, but I couldn't get it down below 18 because I couldn't justify a lower rate. The market was 18, and that is the market. The market determines the value. But if he had locked in that rate for 10 years, he could have gotten 3% increases for 10 years on $13, and he wouldn't be at 18 even at the end of the lease, at the end of 10 years. But people don't listen. They don't think that that we know what we're talking about, but they know better. So anyways, right now, where does everybody think we are in this market here? Right now, we are at one of these 7 spots. Actually, we're in 2 of them. We are increasing prices and rents. We are increasing prices and rents, exactly right, and we're absorbing excess space. We are skipping over low vacancies. Landlords are famous for this. They see a little bit of a light at the end of the tunnel and they start raising their prices right away. Now, because there's still a lot of vacancy, I am able to negotiate those asking rates down to more of a true market rate. In other words, If they were asking 15 and now they're asking 20, I can get them down to 17 or 18 because that is the true market rate. They're asking 20 because maybe some people will pay it and some people do pay it. They don't know how to negotiate. That's, that's their loss. But we are right now absorbing excess space, and they are starting to raise their prices. As soon as we see new construction, we're going to have over construction. That is oversupply. Builders build, lenders lend, and if there's going to be land available, they're going to build on it, and they're going to build, whether there's enough shopping centers in the area or not, or whether there's enough office spaces in the area already or not. They think they're going to do better than whoever has it already, and therefore they're going to build. So the cycle is really important to know when you go to, somebody asked me the other day, when should I lease? I said, well, ideally you want to lease at high vacancy because that gives you the most strength in negotiating. So how do I get there? What do I have to do to get there? I said, you have to wait. And then in essence, you have to sign a lease right now for the market rate or negotiate as best you can to get the, even a little bit less than market rate. And then when it gets to high vacancy, that's when you lock it in for as long as you can. Because that lease is binding, and it is, as I like to say, a sacred agreement between the landlord and the tenant. It cannot be changed in any way. Even if the property is sold, the leases go with the property. So a new buyer cannot change the terms of the lease only if the tenant agrees to make the change. So it's really important to know where you are in the marketplace and to negotiate accordingly. Don't try to get more than you can because realistically it's not going to happen. The reason people own commercial real estate is for income. They're not because they don't want to be your friends. They want to make income. So if the market is higher, they're going to charge higher, and you're going to have to pay it or find someplace else. Consider always having somebody who's in your side of the table, who's going to know the market, know where you should be, know what you should be paying, and try to get you maximum effort and results. Having First Global Realty on your side of the table will do that. Al Sapoznik.